The brand new Minecraft update is finally here, but it looks like that vibrant visuals still haven't made it to Java, so worry not. Today I'm going to show you how to make your game go from this to this with minimal amount of mods and my personal custom shader settings. Let's start simple. Go to your Minecraft launcher, download that brand new version of Minecraft and close it. After that, head down to the description of this video where I kindly left you the whole list of mods. Yep, thank me later. Start off by downloading Fabric, which is going to make another installation of Minecraft in your launcher, and it's essential, just like all the other stuff on that list, so don't skip any of them, alright? Then grab the version 10.0 of BSL shaders. It's the only version where my settings going to work, as the older versions have a little bit of a different setting setup, and that can be confusing. Then go back to Minecraft installation, where you can find a big Minecraft installation folder with a whole bunch of folders. Go to shader packs, paste in your shaders, go back and do the same for the mods folder. That's what you should be having there, by the way. And one last thing, we're gonna go edit our installations, scroll for more options, and here make sure you have 4 GB. That's gonna help our shaders have a bit more memory to work with. Alright, welcome back to Minecraft. Once you logged in, you're probably gonna see something like this. It's not terrible, but we can make it look 10 times better. So head on to options, video settings, straight to shaders. Here, click on the basic BSL shader settings version 10, and these shaders have changed a lot over the years, and now they have even more settings, which is a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. First of all, head on into lighting. Here I'm gonna give you one tip. If you want to reduce the damage to your PC, well, reduce the shadow map quality and shadow distance to, well, the minimum. My PC can handle it, so I would actually put this way up so we can have those nice shadows going quite further. Here, turn on the multicolored block light. It's an amazing new setting and it makes things look so good, okay? Here, this iteration to very low, and we're gonna head on into ambient occlusion config and put this one to 1.25, and done here. Back in the main menu, now head into the environment. First of all, in the main fog menu, put the overworld fog density to 0.62 and change the vanilla fog to full. In the more fog density config, that's a mouthful, please reduce the night weather to 2, otherwise we won't be able to see anything. Then head back into vanilla fog config, oh my god, and increase vanilla density to 2.12. Apply and go back to the main environmental menu. Now head into the clouds. Here I'm gonna show you just a few settings. If you like your clouds high, definitely turn this way up. You can play around with the cloud shape, but other than that, it's a personal preference. So now head back to the environment, and now let's work on the sky. Here, decrease the night density to 0.20, increase night exposure to 1.25, turn off the sky desaturation, turn the far horizon to 1.75, and I would recommend to turn on the underground sky fix. Apply and head back to the menu. Here, let's go look at the skybox. Here, we're gonna just turn on shader sun and moon to make it nice and beautiful, and go back to the main menu. And last and not least, the water. I'm gonna give you settings that make the water look vanilla-ish, but still quite realistic and very beautiful. So here, let's change the water texture mode to tinted vanilla. Again, if you don't like vanilla texture, just keep that off. For the normals, we're gonna use Whirly. Don't forget to turn on watercolored shadows and water caustics. Let's reduce the water speed to 0.5, and most importantly, let's put the water fog density way down so we can actually see underwater. And the rest of the water settings are gonna be in the other section, so apply and let's head back to the main menu. Here in animations, we can just put the animation speed a little bit down, but it's personal preference, you can keep it up if you want to. Now back in the main menu, let's head to the color. Here, the most important thing is obviously light color. It's gonna influence how things look quite a lot. So we're gonna keep the light morning and ambient morning as is, but we're gonna change the day and the night quite a lot. Here, change these values to these and intensity to 0.85, alright? Awesome. Let's go back and now change the ambience. Here, change these values to these numbers and intensity to 0.50. We're gonna keep evening the same, and we're gonna go straight to the night. Here we're only gonna change the intensity and we're gonna put it to 1.20. Here in the ambient night, change the red to 156 and intensity to 0.45. This way, our night is gonna be much lighter, well lit, and just more beautiful. Well, head back to the main color menu and let's work on the water. First of all, change all the color values to these, and after that, we're gonna change intensity to 0.65. And these two settings are gonna reduce the visibility underwater. So put down the fog intensity to 0.35 and alpha to 0.65. Alright, all done. Now our water went from foggy and very blue to crystal clear with these adorable sunspots. Now let's head into the material. That's where all the texture pack settings are gonna be. If something isn't working, it's probably here. So first of all, turn on the advanced materials again for those texture packs, and let's go to emissive. Here, just turn it off, otherwise you will be blinded by the lava. Then go back on and let's go to this specular and reflections. So if you don't like water reflections or rain reflections, here is the place where you could actually tweak that. You can turn this on and off, choose what exactly you keep, and even increase the puddle amount, which is kinda nice. I don't know. Let's head back to the main menu and go to the camera. Here, we're not really gonna mess with any of this. These settings are pretty cool for screenshots, but that's about it. The only thing we're gonna change is the bloom strengths. We're gonna put this one on 0.5 and increase the bloom contrast to 0.5. We can also turn off vignette, which is the darkening on the side of the screen, and underwater distortion, that is so we can see nice and clear there. Alright, now let's go to the most important part of the whole video, color grading and tone map. First of all, my settings are meant to be played without auto exposure on, but later on I'm gonna show you how that can actually be a good thing, especially if you value visibility in the caves. Anyway, we're gonna put exposure on 0.5, turn on the color grading, put the tone map lower curve to 1.1 and tone map white curve to 1.5. Increase saturation to 1.15 and vibrance to 1.6. I know it's quite a lot, but trust me, it's gonna look amazing. After that, we're gonna head into color grading config. Here we have 3 channels and each of them influence how every color is shown in our shader. So first of all, we're gonna start with red. Here, we're gonna change the value of red to blue to 32 and red to green to 52. After that, let's head to the green channel. In the green channel, let's increase the green strength to 1.1 and green to red value to 104. After that, go to the green curve and reduce it to 0.95. Awesome, go back, let's go to the blue channel. In the blue channel, we're gonna increase the blue strength to 1.20, minimal blue value to 20, and reduce the curve to 0.90. Alright, apply all the settings and let's go back. And if you think that's it, you're wrong. We can make it look even better. Jeremy's Better Leaves is one of my favorite bushy leaves texture packs, and it makes the leaves just, well, bushy and adorable and fluffy. I personally think that should be in the base game already, and so is this next texture pack. Shorter grass and grassy block sides are essential for my gameplay. Grass is just everywhere, and if you don't like your grass, that's like 90% of game just ruined right there. And Vanilla Twix is exactly the thing that can fix both of those. And plenty of other things. What about your heart desires? Well, you remember the auto exposure in the shader settings? Turning it on can make your cave exploration much easier and increase visibility by like 100%. But you know what else can do that? Glowing ores. And this glowing ores texture pack is just perfect. It gets the job done, you can see the ores, and that's how you will never miss those diamonds. Another simple way to make your gameplay much more enjoyable is to install Bobby, which makes render distance go from standard 32 up to 64 chunks, which makes the game that much more enjoyable. That extra visibility not only makes traveling easier, but even building. There is another mod that you must use, and it's Ortho Camera. That mod allows you to see yourself in third-person view, but in a weird and kinda cool RPG kinda way. Not only it makes exploring much more fun, it's also just very useful. And the last utility mod for this category is Camera Utils, and specifically the zoom function of this mod. You can easily adjust the zoom, and that makes spotting things in distance that much easier. Now we are in the performance section of this video, and I wouldn't skip it if you don't want your PC to burst into flames. First of all, Entity Colin and Lithium, those have already been updated to the newest version of Minecraft, and Ferret Core, which unfortunately hasn't been updated yet, but all 3 mods are perfect to boost that FPS and reduce lag. And if you're way too lazy to follow these instructions, you can just download the shader settings on my Patreon, a place where you can download all the extra stuff from my videos, my builds, my maps, just everything really. Your support there means the world to me and makes all of these videos possible. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this updated version of all my mods and shader settings, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!